We're Nicki and Carlo and we live in Positano, Italy, except we also just bought a house in Tuscany, which we're currently renovating, so we live there too. Join us as we turn this house and olive grove into a dream home and get to grips with living in two different parts of Italy. Good morning from the garden and from our nearly finished pool decking. We have made really good progress. It hasn't changed much since last week. Last week we got all of this decking done and we were just starting to come round the corner here and we have run out of wood. Seeing as it is mid-August and in Italy everything closes for mid-August, we can't get any more wood from the timber yard until September. So we can't add any more decking for a good couple of weeks now, unfortunately. But we've got enough wood to build the joists and the frame underneath the decking, so that's what Carlo's doing right now. The other day we went along to a salvage yard and had a look because I've got an idea of putting a little fountain in the very front area of the pool. I've got an idea of what I want, not sure if it's going to work yet still, but we thought we'd go along to the salvage yard and have a look and see what they've got to offer. Now, it was so hot that day, it was 39 degrees and we didn't spend long there at all, but we did get an idea of what they've got to sell. There's a few other salvage yards that we'd like to visit that also have similar items, but of course it's August and they're closed. So I think pretty much all we can do is get an idea for now and then we're just going to have to be patient for the next few weeks.
Ho trovato una cicala, già morta purtroppo. Se qualcuno non l'ha mai vista, questa è una cicala.
That is what is making the noise.
È carino, dai. Il vento se la porta via. Ma alla fine questo è carino.
Sì.
150 euro, ma è piccolo.
Anche rotto.
È anche rotto. Costa 7.000 euro, l'hanno smontato da una torre, da un qualcosa.
Wow.
Incredibile.
Maybe a bit big for our garden.
Questo lo vuoi mettere in giardino, poi ci facciamo una fontana che scende l'acqua, quindi ci stanno anche le rane qua, no? Sarà meraviglioso.
If we buy that, we don't have to make a wall because it's already got a wall. But it's 1,400 euro. I didn't really want to spend that much.
Quanto costa?
1.400.
Oh, vabbè, ma...
Però c'è il muro incorporato.
Vedi, è proprio bello. E il cavallo? Il cavallo ci sta bene in giardino.
There's loads of these little salvage yards around in this area and this one's actually still open. The one I wanted to go to is actually closed for August so we can't go there, but this one has got a lot of things and it's also got some great vases and they're pretty cheap ones. These are factory produced vases, so they're really good prices. This is actually where we got most of our vases from. It's also got some stunning doors, old doors and furniture. There's actually a whole area inside full of these beautiful I'd say they were Persian doors or Turkish or something. They're stunning, but see if I can go in there and show you. And then stone line, anybody? Spiral staircase. And here's some of the other style fountains, which don't cost much at all actually. That's 160 euro and that one is 190.
È diventato buio, è arrivato il momento di fermare il lavoro, anche se Queste sono le ore migliori perché è più fresco, però sono comunque stanco e ce la faccio più. Ok, se ne riparla domani.
Okay, we have started the front bit.
Sto cercando di correggere quest'acqua, lo vedi che è tutto prendere trasparenza. La fatica più grande è raddrizzare questi pezzi di legno, sono davvero molto storti, sono come i serpenti. Tu lo metti qui, sembra che è tutto perfetto, poi ci tiri questo e vedi che è tutto storto.
I've been inside editing for a couple of hours. Let's see. Ooh. Ow. So we are reusing the wood from the old decking, the good bits, and also
Le viti, le screw.
the screws. So everything's being reused, which is brilliant.
Ieri sera ho finito molto tardi, praticamente era buio, però almeno sono riuscito a finire il muro.
It looks really good, doesn't it? I'm really pleased with it. It's completely changed the look of the pool already, which is what I was hoping for. And it's all reused stuff. So we finished off the bricks that we'd got for the wall that surrounded the pool, used them as a base, and the wood is the old decking, and even the screws are the old screws from the old decking. So we've reused a whole load of stuff, which means there's nothing to throw away. And
E anche ho fatto una porta qui che serve per il sistema di filtrazione, quindi la pompa, il motore, è tutto qua sotto.
it's looking really good. It's not finished yet. There's going to
Sì.
be a whole thing going on here, which we'll be doing later on.
Manca questo.
Oh yeah, and obviously the decking as well needs to be done. And now we are discussing what to do about that corner over there.
Allora, ho pensato di fare uno scalino qui, più o meno dove è il tronco, e poi un altro scalino più indietro per avere accesso a quest'area qui che è un po' più alta. Ovviamente ci vogliono altre pietre, adesso ce l'ho ancora 5-6 pietre, userò queste. E poi niente, quest'albero vediamo, magari lo lasciamo qui, magari forse lo dovremo togliere.
It's not in the best place, but this tree was in the middle of the bush because the bush went all the way up to here and the bush was about this high. So we've got a tree in the middle here, so we're not sure about that.
Devo dire che sono abbastanza soddisfatto di quello che ho fatto fino adesso. Se non ci avete visto fare ancora il bagno è perché stiamo sistemando l'acqua e quindi abbiamo usato un po' di prodotti e non è opportuno di fare il bagno adesso, ma fra qualche giorno lo potremo fare. Ho preso anche questa rete per proteggere dalle foglie, altrimenti cadono tante foglie e poi vanno a otturare lo skimmer e quindi si può bruciare la pompa. Quindi la metteremo quando non lo usiamo in questi giorni.
Today is Ferragosto, which is the big public holiday in Italy in the summer. Everything is shut, all the shops are shut today, all the businesses are closed, and everybody usually goes to the sea. We are invited to a pool party this afternoon at our friend Claire and Andy's. They're the ones with that fantastic big pool. So we're going to go there later on.
Sì, sarà un buon motivo per fermarmi dal lavoro, che sinceramente queste settimane ho lavorato tanto, anche se mi piace lavorare, no?
And I have to go and cook because I have been allocated cake duties for the party. So I've got 2 cakes to make and a whole load of garlic bread. So I'm going to go and start doing that now.
Ok, allora mentre tu vai a cucinare io continuo a lavorare.
Okay, so you're going to build a staircase.
Sì.
So I'll come out and check what he's doing every now and again. Let's go cook. Right, I have had a shower and I've changed out of my sweaty insect repellent laden dog walking clothes and I feel a bit cleaner and fresher. And I'm going to start with making the Dorset apple cake. I've got to do each one separately because I've only got one cake form tin. So I have to do this one and then clean this and then do the other cake afterwards. So I'm going to start with the Dorset apple cake, which I've made loads of times. I'm going to add raspberries into it as well as apples. So it's going to be an apple and raspberry sponge cake basically, which will be really nice. And then I'm going to make a lemon meringue pie. I've got a really good recipe for a lemon meringue pie. The book is actually in Positano, so I've had to get Sky to send me a photo of the recipe, and I will put the name of the book under the video in the description. And then I'm just going to make some garlic bread because everybody loves garlic bread. And obviously today's Ferragosto, so everything is shut, including all the bakeries. So yesterday I went to Lidl and picked up these partially baked baguettes, and I can make it with these. So I'll prepare them, I'll do the garlic butter, and I'll slice these and put the butter in them, and then we'll take these over to Andy and Claire's and cook them in the oven there. So 225 grams of self-raising flour. I have looked in every supermarket in the vicinity, and I've been to like 4 or 5 different supermarkets. I can't find self-raising flour anywhere here. I can get it, strangely, not in Positano, I can get it in Sorrento. It's called magic flour in Italy, but I just can't find it here at all. So I'm going to have to turn plain flour into self-raising flour, which means adding, what is it? It's 2 teaspoons of baking powder to every 150 grams or 1 cup of plain flour. 3 teaspoons, 3, and then the recipe calls for 1 teaspoon of baking powder, so an extra one for the recipe. And I know that works because I've done it before. I realised earlier on that a year ago today we were in England for August, and it was the day that I took Carlo to the beach for the first time in the summer in England, and we had a proper beach day in Bournemouth. And I was wearing exactly what I'm wearing now actually, and I didn't put this on because of that. I realised that because when I put this outfit on, I always think of that day, and realised that it was a year ago today, which is quite nice. So I've chopped all the apples. Now I'm just going to heap them on top of the mixture, and I want to add some raspberries. So, and then you've got to sort of stretch the rest of the mixture on top of this. So, but that was really lovely last year. I think I definitely want to go back to England in August. I mean, I've said this every year, England in August, because it's too hot in Italy, it's too crowded in Positano, and it's just nice to have that month at home with my dad where it's just peaceful and quiet. And yes, the weather's not as great, and it might rain and it might be cooler, but that's fine. It's better than 40 degrees and being shut in the house all day. I feel like we haven't wasted this month because we've done the pool, we've done a whole load of stuff, but we've spent so much time during the day shut inside the house with all the windows closed because it's so hot outside, and I just feel like it's a waste of time, really. Let's see what Carla's been up to. I still have a lot of empty spaces in this house, but things will be happening after the summer. Wow. Hello. You're very lucky the sun has gone.
Sì, ma guarda, fa caldo da morire. È come se mi fosse fatto la doccia con I vestiti addosso. Non lo so quanti gradi ci sono, ma è caldo.
And there's only 3 more bricks to use, but I think that will look pretty good there. Oh, you found a 4th brick?
Sì, ho trovato.
Where?
Quello rotto, l'ho rimesso insieme.
Oh, okay.
Bello,
That
no?
looks good, yeah.
Molto meglio di prima, sicuramente. Adesso voglio livellare un po' questa area qua, questo posto non va bene.
One done, 1 to go. My second cake, the lemon meringue pie, calls for 250 grams of crushed digestive biscuits, or if you're in the US, graham crackers. I don't have a rolling pin, so I'm using an empty mayonnaise jar, and a Ziploc bag. me a while to just crush them, but obviously it's like a cheesecake base, so just crushed biscuits and melted butter. The sun has gone in and it's suddenly got really windy outside. It's like howling around the house. Right, now this biscuit base has to be pushed into the cake tin, which is still cooling over there. So I'm going to leave that in here and get on with something else. I think I'll do the butter for the garlic bread, which means I need some parsley. And luckily we bought some and stuck it out in the flower bed, so let's go pick some parsley. When Claire and Andy asked us what we were doing for Ferragosto, we looked at each other in horror because we've got into the habit in Positano, because it gets so busy there and there's so many people that go to Positano for Ferragosto, the road becomes gridlocked and it's just chaos. We sort of hide at home, so for the last few years we've always spent Ferragosto hiding at home, even though the tradition is that it's the day that you go out and you have fun. But of course in Positano it's like the hardest day work for everybody because of all the people that come to visit. So everybody's working at full tilt, full blast, full mast. You know what I mean? Everybody's working really, really hard. And we've usually stayed away from going down into the centre of town, just like avoided it. So when Claire and Andy asked us what we were doing, we weren't quite sure what to say. We felt like saying hiding at home, battening down the hatches. And then they told us they were having a party, and we thought, oh well, that'll be nice. It'll be something different. We've never celebrated Ferragosto before, so I'm not missing anything that's happening in Positano except for one thing. In Positano at midnight they have a huge fireworks display, and it comes from the sea. So they put a big raft. There's like a fireworks raft that comes in the middle of the sea where the boats are, and then they clear the boats around it, so there's this whole area where the boats aren't allowed to go in. And boats come from miles around, and they have this incredible fireworks display. It's a long one and it's a very loud one, and it culminates with this incredibly huge bang at the end of the evening. I mean, you feel like the mountains are going to fall down around you, but everybody's watching it. And then there's the sound of the boat horns, the klaxons, and they all sound their foghorns at the same time, and it's just the most incredible thing to hear and see. And then all the boats start driving away, and it's like constellations moving below you. It's beautiful. It's really lovely to watch. By the way, garlic bread is not an Italian thing. It's not something that you will get served in a restaurant. I know it's very, very popular in Italian restaurants in other countries, but I've never had garlic bread served to me. Correct me if I'm wrong. If any of you have actually been served garlic bread in a restaurant in Italy, do let me know, and let me know where. I might go. It's gone very dark outside. I have 4 egg whites, 4 egg yolks, 400 grams of condensed milk, and the juice of 4 lemons. I have to mix the condensed milk with the lemon juice, and it's very important that this is done before the eggs are added. It actually says in the recipe, otherwise horrible things will happen, which I presume means it will curdle. This should be in that bowl. Don't have a mixer yet, a whisk. Hello.
Hello.
Are you finished?
No.
No.
Pari? Posso assaggiare? Oh my god, che buono. No, crema al limone.
Quello è limone, succo di limone con latte condensato.
Stai parlando in italiano, però?
Sei italiano?
Ok. Sta per arrivare un temporale, credo.
Lo so.
Ok. Vado.
Okay. Now we have to add the egg yolks, whisk and set aside. I think I'm going to bring the washing in. Questo è un lavoro duro. Questo Questo normalmente lo faccio con un frusto elettrico.
Non riesco ad andare così veloce.
Now all we have to do is put it all together. Very, very simple. Pour the lemon and condensed milk onto the biscuit base and scoop the meringue mix on top of that. And pop it into the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes until it's lightly brown on top. That looks yummy.
These are fresh buns that I make straight today.
You bake them?
Yes.
Wow.
So, how many buns?
Yum. And what's this?
What is that?
That is cheese, onion and egg plat.
Wow.
Tell me if that isn't great.
Yeah.
Cheese and pastry. What's not to like?
Is that egg?
Egg, onion, cheese and pastry and egg.
Ooh.
I know, pulled pork.
I did that 7 hours today. I woke up especially for it.
You did it?
Yes.
Everybody who's turned up has brought food, which is wonderful. We've got a great selection of things to eat. We've got lots of doggies. Holly. And Indy with her best friend Lucia. Nicki.
Little Mickey. Oh, little Mickey.
More food has arrived. Yum.
Can we? God. Oh, look at that.
So you're relying on other vegetation spreads?
Yes.
What is she eating?
I'm strong. I'm strong.
So the cakes were more or less a success. Basically what happened was the lemon meringue pie was finished, everybody loved it and they ate it all up and it was gone. The Dorset apple cake, there's half of that left. It might be because when one lady asked me what it was, I said, well, that's an apple and raspberry cake, and she straight away said, well, that looks horrible, and moved on. So maybe she told everybody it was horrible and nobody ate it, but half of it's left and half of Fran's one's left, and the garlic bread pretty much all got finished as well. So I'd say that's a success.
Sì, ma lei ha detto looks. Non l'ha provata.
No, she didn't try it. She tried the
Okay.
other ones, but she didn't try that one.
Ok.
We're trying it now.
Oh wow. Stanno mangiando
But
però.
next time I'll definitely be redoing the lemon meringue pie because that was definitely a firm hit. Everybody loved it. It's really good fun. I'm definitely going to try that if I can find them. Oh yeah, we will definitely. Yeah, we need to. This is a Ferragosto. Questo è più divertente di questo tu parlavi. Fai un piccolo wiggle ogni tanto, dai.